We've heard it all our lives. Practice makes perfect. But we need to practice the right thing. A French philosopher once said, it's as much how you say things as what you say. And in this short video, my friend is going to take us through how to frame a conversation in a way that will allow the person to receive the message you want to send. Keeping in mind, don't manipulate, be authentic, and only share things that you believe can help other people. With that said, let's take a listen.
Here we go. The first one, the first framing, right? The first structure, outcome first framing. This is where you're going to start with the result that they want. This is what it means to communicate with NLP frameworks, guys. You're going to see there's some very simple components. It's not black magic and it's not rocket science, but it does take practice and it does take an understanding of what's happening. So here's one of these, right? Outcome first framing. You're starting with the result. Here's how to grow your business in 5 minutes without doing paid ads, right? A ridiculous claim. You can't do anything in 5 minutes like that, but you see the point. That's a structure. That's outcome first framing. This works extremely well for things like hooks, for titles, for capturing interest, for training someone to listen to and appreciate what you're about to say after this, right? Here's how to do this in this amount of time or in these constraints without that pain point. Then using their words. This is another one, right? Entering their world. This is a different framework. The same concept, guys. We're applying these NLP frameworks. I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for you so that you're not having to study an entire NLP textbook. And instead, you see an exact principle, which is one of these frameworks. You're applying these to the scripts of your videos. Which one do you like more? You want to be in their world? You want to use outcome first framing? Of course, it's going to be dependent on what you're trying to accomplish. Are you trying to get them to book a meeting, buy a product or service, right? What's the outcome? This one is, right, entering their world. If you're juggling with being a busy professional mom and trying to raise your kids at the same time, right? Our life coaching understands. So another framework. These, again, you guys will have heard of all of these before. You will have heard each and every one of them in some different format. And you're like, oh yeah, you're right. I've totally heard that before. And that's because those people are practicing NLP frameworks in their scripts and in their presentations and in whatever you're remembering these things from. The three things that matter, right? Reducing complexity. When you have a problem that's this big, it's like, oh my God, it's a nightmare. Here, but what the three most important things to do in your business today are the three things that truly matter. Right now, we're taking a complex idea that's a headache in someone's brain. It's a mess. And we're reducing it to these things that you're able to address, right? Your business, your product or service is able to fix their problem by reducing the complexity. This one, guys, we have said this 100,000 times, right? The CTA with a time frame. Hey, click the button below and let's set up a time to talk this week. Something like that, right? We always say use the CTA, the clear action, the next step. A big part of NLP is the clarity in your message, guys. You can't be so, you know, if you're interested, you could maybe there's a calendar there. You give me a call, right? That's not clear. That's not concise. It doesn't sound authoritative. And instead you'd say, hey, click my link below. Let's set up a time for tomorrow. I have a couple spots available. Pick the one that works best for you. I'm looking forward to speaking with you soon. Now, does that sound a little pushy? Maybe to somebody. Does it sound like you're a busy professional with authority that has like, hey, my time is valuable and I'm giving it to you? It all depends, right? Everyone has some slightly different interpretation. And if you're like, hey, I hate how that sounds, that doesn't feel good, then don't say it, right? It's about being authentic. It's about finding the frameworks that work for the way you communicate. Some of it might be uncomfortable, right? If you're used to just speaking in a certain method or manner, and when you find applying frameworks aren't easy, right? It's not simple. Sometimes you need a little bit of growth. Sometimes maybe if your communication hasn't been practiced or rehearsed or that had frameworks applied to it, then sometimes there's some growing pain. Other times do be authentic, right? Find what works best for you. And there's a middle ground. You don't have to do what everyone says. You don't have to say, here's how to exactly. You're like, I like the way that it says this, though. I like I don't want to use the word juggling. My point, guys, is these again are just frameworks. They're not like templates, they're not scripts yet, right? It's a framework you're going to apply to your script creation.
Truer words have never been spoken. If we don't try, we never ever accomplish anything. And practice makes perfect. But make sure that A, you're authentic in what you're providing for people, and that your true goal is that they should benefit, not just you.